Did you know a 15 lakh degree today can cost 40 lakhs in 10 years? Most parents don't realize this until it's too late. They look at today's education fees and assume they still have time. They believe they are planning responsibly, but they are planning for a future that no longer exists. Because education inflation is not a normal inflation. In India, quality education costs don't rise at 6%, they rise at 8 to 10% every year. Premium institution and specialized courses rise even faster. Here is a simple reality every parent must understand, the rule of 7. At these rates, education costs roughly double every 7 years. A 20 lakh course today becomes 40 lakh by the time your 10-year-old kid turns 17. A top-tier Indian MBA cost 25 lakh today quietly becomes 60 to 65 lakh a decade later. And when international education enters the picture, the challenge multiplies. Now you are not just fighting inflation, you are fighting a double whammy. Education hyperinflation and a depreciating rupee. Add living expenses, travel, insurance and lifestyle costs, which can be 30 to 40% of the total bill. And suddenly, education planning is no longer a savings problem. It becomes a purchasing power crisis. This is where most parents feel the real pain, not in affordability, but in loss of choice. When admission decisions arrive, timelines are short and emotions are high, parents don't ask, what's best for my child? They ask, what can we afford now? That's when loan appears. Long-term investments are broken and retirement portfolios are quietly raided. This is corpus cannibalization, solving one life goal by damaging another. Not because parents didn't care, but because the planning lacked architecture. Traditional education savings and child plans are static by design. They don't adjust for inflation dynamically. They don't align capital to timelines. And they don't account for changing academic paths or global aspirations. They react, they don't prepare. This is exactly why we built Rubik education architecture. Not a product, not a policy, a specialized financial framework. Rubik education architecture treats education as a long-term financial journey, not a one-time expense. At Rubik, we don't rely on generic calculators. Our AI-powered architecture uses real-world data from over 100 of Indians and global institutions. We project future education cost using realistic education inflation assumptions, currency impact, and total cost of attendance. Whether the destination is IIT, ISB, London, or Boston, this framework is powered by goal-based boutique intelligence, ensuring education planning integrates seamlessly with retirement, lifestyle, and legacy goals. Here is how it works. In the early years, portfolios are growth-oriented, designed to harness the time and compounding. As education milestone approach, portfolios follow a glide path, progressively stabilizing capital to reduce risk and uncertainty. Funds are aligned not just to timelines, but to subjects, geographies, and academic paths. A shift from domestic to international education, engineering to liberal arts, MBA to medical, the architect adapts without forcing parents to start over or compromise other life goals. This is the difference between saving for education and architecting for education, with clarity on how much is needed and by when. Parents stop guessing, financial pressure reduces, decision becomes calm, choices stays open, and retirement and lifestyle goals remain intact. Our clients don't scramble when admission letter arrives. They execute because the plan was built years in advance. Your child potential should never be limited by a spreadsheet error made 10 years ago. Investment is a math problem, but education is about opportunities, and serious opportunity requires serious architecture. Rubik education architecture turns future education cost into actionable plans today. So when time comes, parents choose the best option, not the cheapest available one. If you want to understand what your child's education could realistically cost and how to plan for it without compromising your lifestyle or retirement, you can begin with a structured education planning conversation at Rubik Wealth. No product, no pressure, just clarity, because education deserves more than hope, it deserves preparation.